Hi, I'm Christy from SourPatchChef, and today we're going to talk about why it's so important to pay attention to your recipe when it says use a dough hook over a paddle. As you can see, I've started making my dough. This is a sweet dough, it's a brioche dough. I'm actually making king cake because it's Mardi Gras season, which is my favorite holiday. But this is the perfect time to explain why it's important to use a dough hook over a paddle. As you can see, I'm doing a triple batch, so it barely fits in my mixer. I still haven't added all my flour yet, and I might even have to use a little more. So the reason it's important to use the dough hook instead of your paddle, even though it goes a lot slower and you think that it's not really doing anything, it's because, I know you can't feel it, but my mixer gets hot. Even the dough gets warmer if you're not mixing by hand. But you don't want to turn it all the way up and make it go faster because it's going to heat up your mixer and heat up your dough. When you heat up your dough, you're activating the yeast even more, and you're tricking your dough into thinking that you need more flour than you actually do. So a lot of times I can feel it. My dough's pretty, it's like room temp to the touch. If it was getting warm, I would actually let it rest for a little bit before I added any more flour. And this is because every time it gets warm, it's getting stickier and it wants more flour. So if you're adding more flour than your recipe calls for, you gotta ask yourself why. Is it because of altitude? Is it because it's raining outside? Or is it because you're mixing your mixer too high? If we were to use a paddle, it would incorporate super fast and it would make us think that we needed more flour than we actually do.